Honorable Mr. President, dear Charles, dear representatives of the media, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to once again welcome Mr. Michel, the President of the European Council. A very effective and constructive discussion was held with my colleague. We exchanged opinions about the active cooperation between Armenia and the European Union, joint programs, as well as the prospects for the future development of our relations. A broad scope of issues was touched upon. Within the last month and a half, this is my second Monsieur Michel, and I would like to underscore that the contacts between Armenia and the European Union have never been so intensive, which of course attests to the mutual commitment to develop these relations further. As always, the axis of our discussions was our current executive program. From this perspective, we emphasized the importance of fulfilling the necessary conditions for the successful development of mutual relations. We reflected on the challenges that emerged during 22, the new type of coronavirus, and September 27, Azerbaijan unleashed aggressive war against Artsakh and the consequences thereof. In this context, I would like to express specifically our gratitude and satisfaction to President Michel
dans la lutte contre le Covid et sa répercussion et pour tout ce qui concerne la guerre du Karabakh, pour ses engagements personnels, y compris pour le rapatriement de tous les prisonniers. Les événements de l'année dernière dans la région ont créé une nouvelle réalité. Il faut dire que l'utilisation de la force et les crimes de masse ne peuvent pas résoudre le conflit dû au Karabakh, dont le règlement est possible uniquement à travers les négociations dans le format international qui est donc le groupe de Minsk de l'OSCE. Dans ce contexte, je trouve important de souligner donc la déclaration du 13 avril des coprésidents du groupe de Minsk de l'OSCE, dans laquelle ils appellent les deux parties dans le but d'avoir un règlement global et durable, de commencer une négociation sous l'égide de la groupe de Minsk. J'ai déjà à plusieurs reprises publiquement félicité cette déclaration. J'ai souligné que l'Arménie est prête à reprendre les négociations. Cependant, l'Azerbaïdjan n'a pas réagi.
Information we received from non-official sources, Azerbaijan intends to instigate new flare-up of the hostilities along the border with the Artsakh and Armenia, which we see at the border between Armenia and Nakhichevan. This also prevents the commencement of the delimitation and demarcation work of the Armenian-Azeri border, which is something that I have reflected on publicly several times, including during my electoral campaign. In our negotiations with President Michel, the first priority was underscored as the return of the captives, POWs and hostages without any preconditions and immediately in compliance with international humanitarian law. And the November 9, 2020 tripartite declaration. I want to underscore that the return, the Azeri style of action of non-returning the POWs, hostages and other captives is not the only case of it violating the November 9 statement provisions. As you may know, it provides for the unblocking of all the transportation infrastructure in the region. Azerbaijan impedes with this process not only by obvious threats to occupy sovereign territories of Armenia, but against the commitments it has assumed, refuses to provide Armenia a corridor, Armenia-Georgia, Azerbaijan Azerbaijan-Russia rail link that's being obstructed. We claimed and we continue to claim that Armenia persistently and constructively shall continue its work to deblock the regional transportation infrastructure, to restore the previous infrastructure and build new roads, in particular the north-south highway. And here it's very important that the EU will provide its assistance. In this context, I would like to express our gratitude to the EU for, within the framework of European Eastern Neighborhood, about 2.6 billion euro commitment and pledge. As it is already known, 7 flagship projects will be implemented on the expense of this. Initially, there were 5 such landmark projects, but concurrently with increasing the financing, the number of the programs increased, which includes the north-south highway construction, Armenia's southern regions' resilience strengthening, SME development, women's economic activity and political leadership promotion, environmental issues and the green agenda promotion, innovation, science and technology development, water and educational infrastructure. The implementation of these projects will have a fundamental significance for the development of this country's infrastructure, economic development and overall development. Distinguished President, dear colleagues, notwithstanding the regional challenges and the war, this country continues its path, which is irreversible towards democratic transformation. I would like to emphasize that in calling to life this ambitious agenda of reforms, the EU is one of the most important partners of the Republic of Armenia. Armenia is ready and willing to continue active cooperation with the EU and its member states, keeping in focus the implementation of institutional reforms in this country, establishing the rule of law and strengthening democratic institutions. In this context, one needs to refer to the SIPA importance. The process of the successful completion of the process of its ratification and its entry into force are most important events in the context of relations of Armenia-EU. We also ascribe importance to the Eastern Partnership, which is one of the actual initiatives in our relations with the EU, and we seriously prepare for the December summit, hoping that it will be very effective. Thank you.
Merci.